On this edition of Before We Forget, we wrap up our discussion about the impact of the Beatles, and we'll take a look at our top 5 favorite Beatles songs, including some of them that were chosen by you. It's the show about the things that we love as told by the people who were there before we forget. The full impact of the Beatles was ultimately proven by the legacy of the music they left behind. Out of a catalog of 213 songs, it is difficult for so many of us to pin down a favorite tune, particularly since the style and tone of the group changed several times throughout their existence. I asked Lillie to narrow down her favorites to a top 5.
I have more than 5, there's so many.
Oh yeah, I know that there's so many, of course.
Number 5, I'm going to tell you, is the Obladi Oblada, and also All Together Now, because they're happy
fun songs.
They're happy, and they're dancing and doing a little bit here and there. My number 4 is Hey Jude and Hello Goodbye.
Nice.
Hey Jude was groundbreaking because when you listen to it on the radio, it went on for like 7.5 minutes or so.
It doesn't end, yeah.
And in those days, they only played three minutes.
3 minutes, yeah.
Whatever, record could go on for 10 minutes, they cut it 3 minutes, boop, that's it. Hello Goodbye is another favorite, I tell you that. Let It Be is number 3. It could be my old time, you see me wearing Let It Be. It just means something. It happens to be my husband's very, very favorite song. My number 2 is I'm a Loser.
Really?
Yeah, I like the harmony when they sing together. I know that is John singing, but then when they sing together, whenever I hear it, it just throws me. Along with that one is Nowhere Man.
Yeah.
It just has a big message on it, They were good with those messages back then, but it's a little story in there, I enjoyed that one a lot. My number 1, you're never gonna ever gonna guess. You want to take a break and think about it?
You know my name, look up my number.
No. It's from the Help album.
The Night Before.
Almost. They're singing in...
Oh, Ticket to Ride?
No, they're singing and Ringo goes down in a hole. This.
Oh yeah, You're Gonna Lose That Girl. Yeah, it's a fun one. Yeah.
I love it because of what they're saying. You're gonna lose it if you don't get in there and take her out and do whatever. It's like a little story to me. And the harmonizing again, I just enjoy it.
Now that we've heard Lil's choices, I thought it would be fun to find out what the top 5 songs chosen by some of the viewers of the show would be. So I went out to social media and I got this list together. I'll give you those results in a minute. But first, here are my favorite Beatles songs.
Coming in at number 5 for me is the hypnotic anthem about John Lennon's boyhood hangout, Strawberry Fields Forever. Coming in at number 4 is the Paul McCartney anthem, Let It Be, which can still move you all of these years later. John Lennon has the lead vocal for Nowhere Man, one of my favorite songs since childhood. Nowhere Man was also a favorite scene and character in the Beatles feature Yellow Submarine. Number 2 was my favorite during teenage years when most of my generation was listening to rap and disco and hard rock. I was listening to the hypnotic lyrics of Across the Universe. My number 1 Beatles song is Hey Jude. This one is the band at its pinnacle, and the performance clips of it show the band in unison singing a song about support, and it ends in a rousing repeating chorus that you cannot resist to join in. In fact, Paul McCartney still ends his concerts with a rousing rendition of this song in which everyone joins in. There are far too many songs to choose from, but these are the ones that I don't mind listening to over and over. Now, let's get on to what some of your favorites were. Coming in at number 5 is The Ballad of John and Yoko. Number 4 is In My Life from the Rubber Soul album. 3 love songs took the number 3 spot with All My Loving, And I Love Her, and Love Me Do. 2 was a close one, but you chose Let It Be. And coming in at number 1, your favorite Beatles song is Hey Jude. Here's a list of some of your other favorites that didn't quite make the top 5. You can listen to these and more of my favorites at one of the playlists at the end of this video. What about you out there? What are your favorite songs by the Fab Four? Please comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, let's return to Lillie for a wrap-up. When they broke up, was there anything, did you follow them afterward as well, any of the individual songs?
Paul, with Wings, a lot of his music just sounded the same to me, even though it was happy and good music. And, you know, he wrote a lot of love songs is what it was. He had his moments with a lot of that group. With John, I loved the last album that he left before his
Double
passing.
Fantasy. Yeah.
Before his passing, there's like 3 or 4 songs there that I really, really, really enjoyed, which is Woman.
Just like Starting Over, Beautiful Boy.
Yes, Starting Beautiful Boy. I actually bought that CD. I gave it to my grandson, and he used to play it every night before he went to sleep when he was
sweet.
7 years old. You know, The Beautiful Boy.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Georgia, I liked his
My Sweet Lord.
Yeah, My Sweet Lord. And I was upset that it didn't sound anything like he got sued over.
He's So Fine.
Yeah, He's So Fine. I mean, I don't know. They just wanted money. And Ringo didn't come out with anything till later on.
No, he had the big hits at the beginning. In fact, he had some of the earliest top 10 success with Photograph and Don't Come Easy, You're 16.
I didn't follow them too much. Once they broke up, I was really upset. And like I said, life took over. There was other music going in and out. So it was kind of difficult to listen to all that blend of music because I wanted to hear Beatles. You know, I didn't want to hear John by himself and Paul by himself and George and Ringo. But as I got old, you know, you get older and you knew that they were never going to get back together again. You know, you go back and you start listening again and listening. When you have the time, you start listening to their music again, and you imagine how fantastic they are.
The Beatles 1 is the best-selling album of the 2000s in the United States, as well as the best-selling album of the decade worldwide. It was simply a collection of their greatest hits.
All that music and all that stuff, when did they have time to have a life and to have families and do all that they did, travel the world and whatever, and yet have time to build all this music.
And in so many ways, even though it was just a simple pop group,
Mm-hmm.
It was a pop group that came in and conquered and was able to change the world.
I think it's all wonderful that Paul and Ringo are still active and doing what they can, and that they are still singing Beatles songs. It's a shame that they didn't get together again while they were all still alive. But I think they realize now that they could have done it. I just think they are going to continue on. They changed my life completely in the sense of the music world. Some people don't understand it, they don't like them or whatever, but I think the majority of people do.
And they've influenced so many people and so many bands and so many groups.
I mean, every group that you talk to, you ask them something and they'll say, yeah, when we heard the Beatles, I've heard it, like well-known stars, they...
And not necessarily rock stars. It's a little bit of everything. Recently, I saw a video from someone who was, she was about 20 and she heard the song Let It Be for the very first time. And by the end of the song, she's crying. She said, "Oh my God, I've never heard a song this amazing before." And this is, 50 years since that song's been out, and it still is able to touch people in that way. And that's what the legacy
I'm telling
is
you,
all
every
about.
time my husband hears it, he just stops and he just has to listen. He sings along with it. And actually this morning we were talking, and I pulled out the little thing and I was going, and he says, "Oh yeah, that's that song Let It Be." He says, "But did he actually write that?" I said, "Yes, he did." And I explained to him how he wrote it. It was,
Yeah.
his mother came to him in a dream, and I explained that I sang it for him with the words so that he can understand them. And he was like, "Wow," he says, "those words are amazing." And he likes it even better now. But
And it's very nice that when you see Paul in concert, and he does usually ends the show with that or sings it toward the end, everybody picks up their lighter or candle or whatever, or joins in, and the entire crowd of everybody singing Let It Be at once is a very memorable thing. I think that's the song that's always going to be remembered with him.
Yeah, I think so. That one and Hey Jude, because that one, both of those.
Of course, Hey Jude is the other one that he does with it.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to let it be. I appreciate you coming on today.
I appreciate that you're allowing me to bring back all these memories. Now I'm going to have to sit and listen to all their music all over again tonight. Beatles forever. They're going to last forever.
Thank you for joining us for this very special Beatles edition of Before We Forget. Next month, the show returns with a look at a favorite movie of mine. I'll give you a hint. The show should premiere the week of May the 4th. Until next time, this is Tony G. Don't forget that you can watch videos or listen to your favorite Beatles songs as selected by you and me and Lily by clicking on one of these links.